Hey guys, how you doing today? God bless. Hey man, I want to talk to you guys about something today that's on my head. First of all, let me give you what it says in the Bible. I apologize for being outside. My neighbor has roosters. This craziest thing I said, but it's legal within the city of Houston, so they're out here with their roosters in the backyard. And anyway, though, but listen, um, Proverbs 31 and 8, it says, take care of those who cannot take care of themselves and take care of the poor and destitute. Amen. That's Proverbs 31 and 8. Listen to what I'm saying to you now. This week we had uh, another school shooting, and our kids can't go to school and feel safe because of the fear of some uh, person. I'm not going to call them names, but some person wants to go back and shoot the damn school up because they feel like they were treated unpoorly, or unrighteously. Listen, let me tell you something. Listen, being bullied is part of growing up, guys. Now, I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. But what I'm saying is, you grow up, you deal with it, you learn how to deal with it, and you move on. It's really sad that you get these people uh, who have low self-esteem problems, and they get bullied by people who are bigger and stronger or more popular than they are, and it's like they don't have a voice, and it's a shame. It truly is a shame. I remember when I was a kid, I was a big kid, but I still got bullied by three or four guys because they wanted to make it a point to show me just because I'm bigger than everyone else that I was their punk or whatever. I don't know what they thought, man. And as I got older, the bullying stopped clearly, and I grew up. But then I'm 6'5", 300 pounds, and so when we start trying to ignore the issue, then that becomes a problem in America. Amen. Becomes a real, true issue in America. The problem isn't the bullying. The problem is the government. And I'm going to tell you what I mean by that. The U.S. government, oh hell to Donald Trump. That's who I'm talking about. Now I'm not going to make this political. I'm going to keep it straight to the facts here for a second. Listen. Has a church, has a ministry. Because of our 501c status, we are not allowed to speak on political issues in America. That's a fact. Ask anybody with a 501c3, they can't speak on political issues in America. But now, since we can't speak up on these political issues in America, then what happens is the church goes by the wayside. People are always saying, "Why didn't the church say something? Why didn't Pastor such and such, Pastor such and such? You have a big organization. Why don't you say something?" Because he can't. See, the U.S. government will tell us that if we pull our 501c, if we speak on political situations, then they'll pull our 501c3 status. That's why you don't hear big corporations and church corporations speaking on this issue. But I want to say this though: it works for certain people. Case in point, I used to usher at this particular church in Houston, Texas, and I remember they came out and backed uh, the person who ended up being the president of the United States for this last election cycle. And the thing that makes me upset about it is that you have a diverse church, a church that has uh, the largest Latino uh, Spanish-speaking church in America. You have a large African American contingency, um, and just like the city that I live in, which in Houston, Texas, you know, the Caucasians are the minority. But then you go and you back this individual who is saying that he wants to send people back to where they belong, to cross a river, or put a fence up, keep them out. I mean, it was just ludicrous to me. I didn't understand it. You know, Now, when these school shootings happen, you keep your mouth shut. You don't say anything. You run from it and hide behind your 503c status. But when someone wants an endorsement and they pay you some money, you speak up and you say, I want this guy to be the leader of the country. Yeah. That's one of the main reasons. That's one of the reasons why I don't attend that church. Um, and and as you see in the last few months, they've had a lot of really good speakers. Last few years, really, had a lot of good speakers leave that church and gone in a different direction, and they're not as powerful as they once were. So then, you know, you have these church shootings. You don't say nothing, but yet you say something during a time when you're not supposed to say something, and that's very troubling. That's very bothersome to me. You know, it shows me the true cowards that you are. It shows me the kind of person that you are. And when people ask why you didn't open the doors up for your church when the hurricane occurred, now you know why. Second thing I want to say, it's our job to take care of people who can't speak for themselves, the destitute, the poor, whoever can't protect themselves. It's our job to speak up for them. There were children murdered. Children don't have a voice in this country, but you won't speak up to protect them? Really? These issues are very upsetting to me. It bothers me greatly. It really does. I don't like speaking on political stuff because then it turns into something else. But you, my friend, you and your church, my friend, are a bunch of cowards. People ask me all the time, they said, you were a member of Lakewood? Well, I shouldn't have said the church. But you remember this particular church? All this time you never met the pastor? Never one time I shook his hand, looked him in the eyes, or anything else. Now you know why. I love the people who attend, but him as a person, at some point you have to learn. You got to speak up. You know, we speak up for God in all areas. I remember when there was a big gay situation that came up. What I mean by gay situation, people in the churches were saying we shouldn't allow gays and different things like that. They going to heaven too, you know. But he spoke out against them. I don't want to make this a thing about him and this particular church, but I do want to say this to everybody else. Speak up. We cannot keep allowing our children to go to school and not be safe and not say a word about it. Speak up. Until next time, my friends, God bless.